Wednesday, fashion
Good
Wednesday.
morning, good morning, good morning. This is the AM Club Live on MS24 and my name is Edma Ohima Lawe.
And of course, my name is Godwin Namboh. Welcome again to the biggest morning show in town. This is the AM Club, coming to you live from our Silicon Square studio here in East Legon, Accra.
Absolutely. I am so excited. We are here with loads of fun, fearless and factual content, and we are also here to keep you entertained for the next 2 hours.
Do you see how I'm looking at you?
Do you see how I'm looking at you?
Do you see how I'm looking at
you? Do you see how I'm looking at you?
See some fashion Wednesday.
No, but this is absolutely amazing. I love this. And you're giving us cleavage today as well.
I'm sorry, mommy. Mommy, I didn't know that my thing was open. I'm sorry.
But you look absolutely fantastic. It's like we're looking good.
I know.
The
But did we plan it?
match.
No, we didn't plan.
Like,
I don't know. I just don't know. There's something beautiful
great
about
minds think alike.
You know.
There you go.
Guys, welcome. We hope you are well. We are doing well. We hope you had a good night. So again, welcome. And of course, if you've been a part of the show, you know that always, we start off with Coffee Daily, where we recap the top most trending stories in the last 24 hours, including some stories about Cristiano Ronaldo and Lewandowski.
Yes. So the big conversation comes up next with Lifestyle Daily, where we take a look at issues affecting your everyday living. And for today's episode, we will be discussing affordability of housing in Ghana, which is an important conversation. So do make sure that you stay tuned.
And of course, our hashtag today is hashtag Fashion Wednesday. That's why we are looking the way we are looking. You understand? And our special guest today is the therapist, my good friend. Take your pen and paper for some styling 101 tips.
Yes, and we also have Ghanaian legend Rocky Dawuni joining us on the plug. So remember, this is the AM Club, where you are a major part of the show. So join us online on all our social media platforms at MX24GH with the hashtag the AM Club.
And of course, we're also on WhatsApp. So if you want to reach us on WhatsApp, the number is, as always, like I say, 055-033-1511. WhatsApp number is 055-033-1511. It's going to be on your screens right now. Do well to send your comments, voice notes, or video reactions to all we will be discussing on the show today.
Okay, it's now time for our Daily Dose of Vim, hashtag my Daily Dose of Vim. And today we are throwing a little spotlight on famous Beyonce. We hope you hear her success story and it inspires you.
Competitive, really, with myself. Honestly, like every time I start an album, I go and watch all of my performances and I try to figure out, okay, what is it that I could have done better or what worked? And I go back to myself and try to better myself. I also feel
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and that was the amazing Beyonce, and you're still watching the AM Club live on MX24, where we are fun, fearless, and of course factual. But before we start Coffee Daily, here's a quick reminder that September Rush is on. At any point in time, you play our buzzer, which is the Malcolm Luna featuring Kwame Eugene's Money Man remix. So once you see the buzzer on your TV screens, you have to call it in for a chance to win any of these fantastic prizes, courtesy our sponsor, Compute Ghana, and as well as Cheesy Pizza. So today is also Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
So meaning that buy one get one free for Cheesy Pizza. So get ready to call in as soon as you see the buzzer on your TV screen, and the number will show on your screens as well. So now let's get into Coffee Daily, where we recap the trending stories within the last 24 hours. Godwin, what's our first story today?
Yes, indeed, Emma. Our very first story this morning. Not an exciting one, but we'll still do it. The 29-year-old pregnant woman who went missing in Takoradi has been reportedly found at Axim in the Nzima East municipality. On September 16, the victim, Josephine Simmons, went missing during a morning walk as part of a routine exercise and did not return. She was, however, found yesterday at Axim and is currently on admission at the Axim Government Hospital. Now, recounting her ordeal in writing, Josephine said she gave birth on the day she was kidnapped, but the baby's whereabouts remains unknown. Edma?
Wow, I mean, this is so shocking. I remember reading the story when she went missing, and how she went on the morning jog, a part of her 5 a.m. morning jogging or walks, and she disappeared. And the sad thing is, at this particular moment, she cannot speak. She's in a state of shock, and she can only use sign languages and write on a piece of paper how to express herself, which also goes towards, explaining what she's been through and the shock that she's been through so far. And it's crazy. I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and different stories have coming. I was reading from the different platforms, Daily Guide, Daily Graphic. The stories are different. They say she was going for a walk and she was abducted. Some say she was returning from work and she was abducted. But the police have started investigations, and we hope that something good comes out of it.
I'm just happy that she's been found, but it's just rather unfortunate that her baby is not with her.
It's going to be traumatizing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And she's been left in a state of shock. I mean, she cannot speak at this particular moment of time.
She can't. I heard she's writing
she's just
stuff.
writing and basically doing signs to express herself because she's in a state of shock.
I hope it doesn't affect her mental health.
Exactly.
It's disturbing. Anyways, Edma.
Yeah, so we have some tweets
Yes,
as well.
so let's check out what people have been saying on social media. Breaking, says Josephine, the 28-year-old, apparently 29, old pregnant woman reported to have been kidnapped in Takoradi, Ghana, has been found. The traumatized woman was seen without her pregnancy as the kidnappers had taken her baby from her womb. My goodness. Whew. Mr. Beatty says, news of the day, the 28-year-old pregnant woman who went missing in Takoradi on Thursday, September 16, has been found around Axim in the western region with no pregnancy. Same tweet coming in again. So this one says, the pregnant kidnapped woman, Josephine Mensah, has been found in Axim. Unfortunately, she delivered and they have taken her baby away. She's currently under medical care. Look how beautiful she is. But then when you
I'm sure she woke up in the morning, never expected something like this to happen to her. She's going through the whole 9 months about to deliver her baby. And babies are blessings, and this happens to her. It's just shocking. A
few more comments coming in on Twitter. At Abena Magi says, what happened? I wish to know more, and I'm sure it will help prevent more kidnapping attempts. Indeed, Abena. At Papa Kwesi Eya says, my brother said she went for a stroll early in the morning and never came back. That was last week, Thursday. He again said this is not the first time she's going for a stroll in the morning. As at now, she's at Axim Government Hospital and cannot talk. Of course, she can't talk. And the issue with kidnappings in Takoradi, I don't understand why that particular region. It's
I mean, that's
really
one of the concerns raised by the Face the Country movement
guys.
Protesters. They were asking the government to also deal with the insecurities in their communities and how best they can partner with the security services and make sure that the people are also safe in their communities.
We hope the government comes through.
Absolutely,
with this
absolutely. Well, now let's move on. Government will next month launch the National Critical Information Infrastructure Directive, according to the Communications and Digitalization Minister Osla Owusu Ekufo. The directive will ensure resilience against cyber attacks. She added that the whole program will be launched during the Cyber Security Month celebration next month. That's good news.
Absolutely.
That's good news. I am loving everything that she's bringing on board in terms of how to curb cyber attacks and all of that. So I'm excited about that. How about you?
Woman of the year.
Yes.
Sort of my woman. She's sort of my woman of the year.
Yeah, she's great. Anyways, now let's move on to the Ghana Statistical Service. It will release the provisional results of the 2021 population and housing census today at 10 a.m. The report will include population size, density structure, sex composition, and more. The reports will be released within a 2-year period, and it will be made available to the public for free via a new website. We will definitely give you more updates on the content of the release, and I'm excited.
You didn't count me, but it's okay.
But you know what? I think I was counted because I remember one time I was getting home and I reached my gate and a lady approached me and then she asked me hello. She asked me if I've been counted. But then I can't remember the first question she asked me. But then I think I was a bit shocked that, you know, a stranger was asking me that question. But then after she then proceeded to ask me if I've been counted, and I said no. And she said okay, and she walked off.
And she walked off?
Yeah.
Sometimes the counting, I think, is indirectly. Because, for instance, if they meet my mom and they're counting her children, definitely she's going to add me. So they're going to know who he's alive.
Well, my mother is not here. My father too is not here. So what family member?
Maybe they mess your boyfriend and your boyfriend says...
It's like that to count per family and households. It makes sense. But then I live by myself, I live alone. So I don't know.
Did you hear what I said?
No.
About your boyfriend, you didn't hear it.
What? What did you say?
So when they approach my mom will say, oh, I have a son and I have 2 daughters. So I'm sure indirectly they've counted me, even though they've not.
Oh yeah, approached you personally.
Indeed. So.
Okay. Well. I hope they counted me in because I am in Ghana, okay? I am part of the population.
Anyways, let's move away from that. The Ghana Police Service has interdicted 4 police officers working with the Tamale Regional Police Command for assaulting some residents of Tamale in the northern region. According to a statement from the police service, the 4 officers allegedly assaulted residents during an assignment by NETCO and VRA officials to arrest persons allegedly involved in illegal power connections. Reports indicate that some of the residents were whipped by the police officers in question. Now, listen. Sometimes I think we are too modest about things. Okay, we can only say alleged if these men we saw in the video are not policemen. It's understandable. But we saw men in police uniform whipping people. What is alleged again?
Exactly.
What are we alleging?
The thing is that in the video it was so sad because there was a gentleman, the video that I watched, there was a gentleman speaking to another police guy, and from behind the guy started whipping him, and I was
get into the car, you know.
And I was like, what's going on here? I mean, at least if you guys are going to have a conversation with whoever you're trying to arrest, have the conversation, or if you just want to arrest them and take them away, just, you know, take them away. But the whipping and beating and all of that, I mean, there was a statement by the police, the Ghana Police Service, and I'm very happy that they are taking quick actions on that.
And so there you have it. We're sorry, we apologize if this video is not gory, but you know, we think you should see it.
It's
and this is
horrible.
what happened. These policemen like this make other
policemen
like this make the entire police service look
bad,
like they're not, but it's not the case.
That's not the case. There are only certain individuals within the organization that is making it look bad. But then if you see a video like that, you're not going to blame every single policeman and say that all of them are the same. But that's not the case.
It's terrible. And he did it with so much impunity. Because somebody's videoing. You can see somebody's videoing. If I were you, I would like...
I think maybe they didn't see it, because if they did see it, I think they would have
this is clear. Unless guy is using a hidden camera or something. It's so obvious that somebody is videoing this.
Yeah.
But he doesn't care.
It's just sad. It's
I
just
mean,
really sad.
this is absolutely
Anyways,
not right. You
there was a
arrest the
statement by
person.
the Ghana Police Service.
We're getting
What
very,
did they say?
very, very passionate and emotional about things.
No,
this
same
morning.
here. Same here.
All right, so this is what the police service said. 4 police officers interdicted for unprofessional conduct. Indeed. Thank you, Ghana Police Service. The police administration has, with immediate effect, interdicted 4 police officers working with the Tamale Regional Police Command following the alleged assault of some persons in Tamale in the Northern Region today, Tuesday, September 21, 2021. That was yesterday. They were assigned to assist NEDCO and VRA officials to arrest some alleged persons involved in illegal power connections. The officers will face a service inquiry subject to the regulations of the Ghana Police Service. We really, really hope so. Processes have commenced to identify the victims for the necessary medical assessment and assistance. We apologize unconditionally to the affected persons and the general public. Thank you very much, Ghana Police Service, for this statement.
Fantastic by the Ghana Police Service. But have you noticed that recently, every single time there's something happening, or there's an incident, or there's a public disorder, the Ghana Police is really quick to, react and put out a statement. Have you noticed that?
Have you seen? I think the new IGP.
Yes, there's been a great change within the Ghana Police Service, and I'm really loving it.
I just hope it's not a 9-day one. I hope it's not going to be a 1-year thing, and then we go back to the normal.
I hope it continues, because I'm really, really loving this.
Like everyone will say, big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
IGP, big up yourself. Now let's do some sports stories, shall we? Chelsea defender Marcos Alonso has stopped taking a knee before matches as he thinks the anti-racism gesture is losing a bit of strength. Instead, the 30-year-old says he prefers to stand and point to the no to racism badge on his shirt sleeve. Crystal Palace winger Wilfried Zaha was the first Premier League player to stop taking a knee. Players began taking the knee in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement after the Premier League's 100-day hiatus because of the coronavirus pandemic in June 2021. So, gentlemen out there, maybe we can learn a thing or two. If taking a knee, if going on your knees does not help, please write something to her and point to it.
What's funny?
You didn't get what I'm saying.
No,
okay.
and I don't even want to get it at this point.
You know how we go on our knees to propose, and so if you're taking the knee and it's not helping, Marcos Alonso says.
So just like write on your shirt and just be like but babe, people have a different ways of proposing these days. So they do. I mean, now people are being very innovative. They move on from going on one knee.
And what are they doing? They're lying on the floor. What are they doing now?
Oh, they can just show it. Will you marry me? And then just give you the ring,
Ooh,
nice. They've done it. They have different ways of doing it now. Even women are proposing. Oh, that one, there's no history.
When I grow up, I'll become innovative about it. But on to another sports story. Robert Lewandowski has received the 2020-2021 European Gold Shoe, having scored 41 Bundesliga goals for Bayern Munich. The award is given to the top goal scorer in all domestic leagues across Europe. Lewandowski is only the second Germany-based player to win it, after Bayern legend Gerd Müller in 1971 and 1972. His tally last season was the highest since Cristiano Ronaldo claimed the award in 2015 with Real Madrid after netting 48 goals. The 33-year-old comfortably outscored Lionel Messi's 30 and Ronaldo's 29 in his 29 Bundesliga appearances.
Sorry, what was that thing? Messi 30, Ronaldo 29. Okay. I just want to make sure.
What?
What
is she trying to say?
Let's move on.
The Ronaldo Messi argument, is that what we're saying?
Let's move
on.
Oh,
the one goal.
Oh, no,
You do know that Ronaldo.
Do you know how important one goal is? Do you know how one goal can change the scenes of a football game?
Wait, are you aware in the men's international football, Ronaldo is the top scorer of all time?
It's okay. Why are we getting into statistics?
Okay.
Why?
All right.
Why? Now let's move on to the world of technology. And WhatsApp is testing a new feature to allow users to report specific messages on the platform. This will be an extension of the existing report option that allows WhatsApp users to report individuals and businesses on the basis of the entire chat. WhatsApp is currently testing the new feature with the beta tester on Android and iPhone devices. The feature will allow the app to forward only the reported message to WhatsApp and notify the sender about the report. Meanwhile, users on the beta version can see the new report option when they tap and hold a particular message. It sits alongside the existing star, reply, forward, copy and delete options.
What? We are reporting messages now?
Yeah.
To WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Why are we reporting messages to WhatsApp?
So just in case it's like inappropriate or something like that. Well, that's my understanding of it.
But it's inappropriate saying.
As in, like, maybe somebody gets your number and then they message you and
makes
it's like,
sense.
you know, inappropriate, or I don't know, they're doing something to you, or I don't know, insulting you.
Because I'm thinking
like,
anybody on your WhatsApp or everybody on your WhatsApp are people that you know or you save
not
their
necessarily.
number.
Do you know what? I have two different numbers. I have my Ghana number and I have my UK number for my WhatsApp, and that is because I do not want people to access
to
or
reach,
like people who have my Ghana number to access my WhatsApp, because I feel like it's a bit personal. So yeah, I think
I get you.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Good. All
But
right.
anyways, no, that's not all for Coffee Daily. But we are now going to deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz with Kavoy B. Stay with us.
Wagwan people, you don't know it's Fashion Wednesday today. You don't know I have to come out decked in my fashion. You understand? You understand? Fashion over style, ladies and gentlemen. You see me? This is MX Breaks Lifestyle and Entertainment inside the AM Club. Saying, guys, Wagwan.
Wagwan! Fashion was style. Fashion was
guys,
style.
Both of you
Hey, hold
are
on, hold on.
doing-
Time out.
Sorry.
You guys look great. You guys, I love this suit. And I love, hey, listen, I love that color. Yeah? That
Thank
green.
you, Mo.
Oh, I love
Thank
that
Style
you.
color.
over fashion,
Thank you.
bro. For me, style
But
over
today,
fashion.
I think everybody is represent. I mean, we always represent, but today,
Fashion
we are all
Wednesday,
doing it.
man.
Fashion Wednesday, we are
I love
doing
the
it.
fabric. I love the red on you, bro.
Oh, thanks,
I
man.
know.
This
But
is-
do you
this
know
is
what? Do you know what I want people to do? I want people to take pictures of their outfits today with the hashtag Fashion Wednesday and tag us at MX24GH,
That's fine.
okay?
I like that idea.
Do that.
Yeah,
do
let's
that.
see
Because I
what
want to
you're
see
wearing
everybody,
today.
what everybody's wearing today for
We'd like
Fashion
to see it.
Wednesday.
All right.
Absolutely.
That's
Bro.
all good. That's all good. That's
Take
all good.
yourself away.
You don't know, guys, my name is Kevoy. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere at KEVOYB. Now, our stories. The African giant calls the shots. Burna Boy has declared he won't be dropping a new album this year and won't be dropping one until further notice. Since 2018, the Afrofusion artist has dropped back-to-back albums outside 2018, African Giant 2019, and Twice as Tall in 2020. Now, fans have speculated that after the singles Kilometer and Questions featuring Don Jazzy, a new album could be loading. But his announcement has put all of that to bed. That, however, doesn't mean he won't be releasing singles, but Burna implored his fans not to pressure him and that there's already plenty music to go around. Burna Boy sounds like he needs a rest, like he wants to go home and sleep. Like it's just, you know what, guys, you have enough songs. Go and go listen to that. You understand? Anyway, our very own King Promise is not happy with the music industry. On a Twitter rant, the singer blasted the industry, stating that not only was it toxic, but people within it were all fake. Wow. Now, this follows his initial pause from music, stating that he took a break to focus on his album. No official release date has been planned, but the musician announced that if he was to ever air out his grievances, it would be in a tell-all sit-down interview. MX24, get the exclusive. Hey, now who knows what he may have to say? Saying, you guys should get the exclusive on this one, no?
The what?
Sit-down, tell-all interview.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I want to
King
do that.
Promise.
I like it.
I really want to.
I like
to
Kim
see
Promise.
that.
He's a different kind
But
of
the
artist.
the thing with me is that when Ghanaian artists or artists in general venture into the world of music and they have potential, but they are not able to bring out that potential to the full capacity or full potential, and they tend to be a bit bitter. I don't know how to explain it. They turn to now start blaming fans and the music industry. And no, let's not take the fact away that the music industry can be messy. Every single industry is messy.
Nah, that's true.
You know, wherever you found yourself, there's going to be something that's messy there. But then I feel like the blaming that usually happen when the artist hasn't really achieved what they thought they would want to achieve venturing into the music industry. Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't think so. King Promise is one of our biggest artists. He's one of our biggest artists. I think they see what's happening in other countries like Nigeria, South Africa, and America. They see how these artists are blowing, so they realize that our structures are weak. It's in the film industry, it's everywhere. So
I totally understand that, but then I feel like sometimes when the complaining becomes a bit too much, is because of. Anyways,
I was liking it. I just said I like it. Anyway, just go. Anyway, Big King Promise, you don't know the thing, though. Just go and hold the faith. Just hold the faith. My brother is in. Now, in unfortunate news, actor and comedian Anthony Johnson has passed away. The actor is best known for his roles in the films House Party and Friday, as well as his extensive career in stand-up comedy. Let me see who that is, because I don't know. Okay, all right. Now, Johnson was found unconscious on a store in LA, where he was then pronounced dead. He was only 55 years old. Now, his nephew was the one to report the information, and may his soul rest in peace. Jaja. Now, model and body positive Ashley Graham is constantly on Instagram sharing bits of her life with her millions of followers. She recently announced that she was pregnant again with her second child and has been documenting the journey since. But she recently dropped a video on Instagram sharing her shock reaction to an ultrasound. Now let's take a look at the video announcement. That's it. There's no hand-me-down in that situation. No. There's no hand-me-down.
You have triplets. You have triplets.
He only has two.
No. I don't have twins. I have a... One is 6, one is 4.
Please, you should add twins to the two boys.
Triplets, not twins.
You want triplets to get...
It's a blessing.
Time out. I want 4 more children. Let's get
4 more to the 2.
One at a go, like 3 at a go.
Yeah, I know. That's 6.
Wow.
I know. I want
nice.
6 kids.
I mean, he wants multiple wives, multiple children.
Hey, why not?
That's a blessing.
Right.
Abraham, Father Abraham.
I'm a nice guy.
I know, right?
Very true, bro.
Very true. Guys, I really struggle to find fashion things for
today,
I really do struggle to find, because Jamaica doesn't have a big fashion industry.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's stick to the part of words.
Let me give you a word. A word today is me. Give me something and I'll tell you what it is in Patois.
Sorry?
Give me something and
I will tell you what it is in Patois.
Okay, tell me how to say I am beautiful.
Me look good.
Me look good.
Yeah, man, me look good.
That's I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
Sounds like I look good.
It's basically that. It's just that we change. So like we change to me all the time. We don't say I in Patois.
Yeah,
we don't say I in Patois at all.
I feel like it's not deep. It's not doing justice to the I am beautiful.
Yeah,
me look good.
It just means that you look good, like appearance.
So if you want to tell your woman that she's beautiful, baby, you're beautiful. How do you say?
You look nice, man. You look
nice.
Yeah, baby, you look. Hey, baby. You don't know the thing, though. It's a behavior for me.
Do we have something for him? Before he goes?
Oh God, what do we have for
Okay,
him?
you tell us something and we'll tell you in Chi or Ghana.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Me hu efe.
I am beautiful.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah, me
Yeah,
hu
me
efe.
hu efe.
Yeah.
Me hu efe.
Who is that?
Who is that?
Hear that? Hear that, Ghana? Me who is that?
He's beautiful. Come on, man. Charlie, thank you so much. Bro.
Yeah, man, no problem. Guys, that was MX Bricks Lifestyle and Entertainment. My name is Kevoy B. Little more, big up yourself. Guys.
Okay, so that's about it for Coffee Daily today. Remember, September Rush is here. Win fantastic prizes right here on the AM Club at any point during the week. At any point during the show, we will play our buzzer, which is Malcolm Nuna featuring Kwame Eugent's Money Man remix. Once you see the buzzer on your screens, you have to call in for a chance to win amazing and fantastic prizes, courtesy Compi Ghana and Cheesy Pizza. So, up next is Coffee Daily. Up next is Lifestyle Daily. I will be having an interesting conversation.
Okay, come on, wants to say one thing. Yeah.
Compu Ghana, me want gift. You understand? I want gift too. You understand? What is this?
Get out of here.
Okay, so coming up next, we have Lifestyle Daily, and today we're going to be talking about affording housing in Ghana. Important conversation to have, really.
Indeed, indeed. So in the meantime, enjoy Arriba by Stone Boy featuring Focalista. Arriba.
Opinions are like onions. Everybody has one.
Abortion is a no-no. As a human being, you must take responsibility for all your actions and inactions. Your misjudgment shouldn't be enough grounds to take a life.
No. I disagree with you because look, if you do not legalize it, people will go to quack process anyway who might end up not just kill the baby but the mother as well.
Why should I waste my time joining a long queue under the hot sun to vote for a political party, knowing very well that nothing would be achieved at the end of the day?
Something will be achieved. It's your civic responsibility to turn out to vote. Vote and vote for a good leader.
Governments need to cater to every graduate, diversify the economy, invest in other sectors.
But the government cannot do it all. That is why we need the youth to take up the mantle and set up their own businesses. That is how we will create economic viability.
Here on Opposing Views, we take your views, my views, and the views of the experts and put them in the right context for you, our discerning viewers.
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call,
say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make I see the picture.
in a leg book, boah.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I have a sip. Shake your body.
Welcome back, and this is still the AM Club live on MX24, and it's now time for Lifestyle Daily. And today we're going to be talking about affording housing in Ghana. I mean, this conversation is way overdue, and I can't wait to get into it.
So let's get straight into it, Edma. Accra is reported to be one of the most expensive cities in Africa to live in. This is partly due to the cost of rent and accommodation that have astronomically soared, over the last 4 years and continues to rise. Tenants pay the hefty advance rent, often covering 2 years, to private landlords. This unfortunate situation poses a challenge to Accra's very young population. Talk of psychological distress over difficulty in raising the funds and forging basic necessities such as food, healthcare and leisure in order to save for the advance rent. Some Ghanaians prefer to build and own their houses than go through the hurdle. The major reasons attributed to this housing challenge are: 1, demand outweighs supply, and the non-implementation of existing regulations. Today, we want to extensively discuss housing affordability in the country.
But before we get into it, remember you are a major part of the show. So do you pay rent? How hard was it for you to eventually afford your rent? Send us your thoughts and comments on our WhatsApp message number, at 0550-331-511, 0550-331-511, or tweet us at MX24GH with the hashtag DAM Club. So joining us on this conversation, we have Dr. David Opon Amwafo, who is a real estate owner, and he's also the director of Our Gate Construction. And we have Frederick Opoku, who is the general secretary and national tenant at the National Tenants Union of Ghana. Gentlemen, welcome to the AM Club. David, you've been here before, so really and truly, Frederick, welcome. You're already an AM Club member. So, Frederick, welcome to the AM Club, and you are also now an AM Club member, so sure. Welcome. This conversation, I know that it's been had many times extensively on all platforms, because the question really is, can the average Ghanaian afford housing or even just renting? Let's not even go into buying a house. Let's just go about, let's just talk about renting a house and how expensive it is for the average Ghanaian to rent a house. And I went through it eventually when I moved to Ghana, and I was confused and shocked as the way everything was dealt with, from the agent to being a tenant to finding a landlord and finding a place that was suitable for me as a person. So my first question will be for you, Frederick. How affordable are houses in Ghana?
maybe let me take this opportunity to thank you for this opportunity, because issues of housing is indeed a problem and a challenge. Unfortunately, our governments are more or less being irresponsible. They don't see the need to make an input and bring some interventions to solve the problem, and that is a big challenge. I always say that housing, by, they've gone to school, they have gone to a lot of, educated people. They know basic issues of sociology. Abraham Maslow says what? Physiological needs like basic needs, food, shelter, blah, blah, blah. I'm very sure that they should know that issues of shelter or housing is more important than the so-called education. That is basic. You have to survive with it. Unfortunately, it's not like that in Ghana. And that is putting a lot of hell, getting people to a lot of hell. Many people are suffering, and you can't imagine what people go through. You hear every day and then. That resulted into we coming out with this, group by name National Tenant Union, where we have to have a collective voice to give a voice to tenants in this country, because landlords are breaching the law left, center, right, here and there with impunity. The rent control department, the agency responsible for this, is inactive. I always call it what? It's a toothless bulldog. They cannot bite. They have been rendered impotent to do what is rightful and what must be done. I don't know, but that is the issue. They think they have the power, but they have relegated the power into only trying to resolve conflict, which is one aspect, a small aspect of their work. Until a landlord take advantage to do A, B, or C, goes there. But in a case, if you want to delve into even the acts, you realize that there's an issue. So my sister, it's an issue. For affordability, it's irrelative. But if you talk about affordability in Ghana, what is affordable? What is affordable to you
might not be affordable to
exactly.
the next
So
person.
that terminology called affordable is misused. But we have been advocating for social housing, not affordable housing. If the government affordable housing, go and ask. One standard bedroom, one standard room, one standard, costs you almost about what? 99,000.
Wow.
2 gets you 142,000. 3, 335,000. The same government called government affordable. Ask yourself, how many Ghanaians their lifetime can pay for 99,000 Ghanaians for one? And the same government say it's affordable. It's affordable to whom? They're rich. That's the problem.
Social housing. I think our housing deficit, I don't think, reports say that our housing deficit is in excess of 2 million and over. And I think successive government over the years have been trying to solve this issue. We see government after government trying to solve this issue of affordable housing, and we can use the Saglemi, we can use all these projects that government has put in place. Why do you think that this is still an issue for so many years, as governments have tried, governments upon governments have tried to solve this issue? Why is this a problem?
There's a lazy jack approach. Government come and gone. Okay, they are too lazy to do the right thing. If you imagine a government says that I'll give you, I'm putting together a fund of 100,000 Ghana cedis to give to graduates as rent assistance program or loan, which is crazy. That's not the problem.
Why do you say so?
It's crazy because, yes, of course, you should be able to, invest into building more houses. Now, the cost of housing now is because government doesn't even want to involve itself into that. People should build, and they want to regulate. And the landlords are saying that, yes, the cost of materials to build is very expensive.
Yeah, that was the next question I was going to ask David eventually, because David, not to cut you, but David, you're a real estate owner, you're also into construction, so you know the amount of money, materials, cost that goes into building, even just like, let's say, a studio apartment. So why, as a landlord or as a real estate owner, why do you think that housing in Ghana is so expensive?
I mean, there are several factors that affect pricing for, let's say, an apartment, a house, etc. And like, I mean, he mentioned earlier, truly, really and truly, the only way currently that you can have, let's say, a proper affordable housing that's, let's say, the average or majority Ghanaians can afford is if you change it from not just affordable housing, but a social housing, where literally government is going to say that, okay, we are going to build this and give it to you for free. we are not going to charge you for it, because there's no way that anybody would put up a structure, let's say even a one-bedroom house, and it will cost less than 90,000 cedis. So even that 90,000 cedis he mentioned, it's something, I mean...
Considerable.
It's considerable, because at the end of the day, even your foundation alone, let's take just your foundation alone for a one-bedroom house could cost you about 20,000, 25,000. So after putting up all these things, put up your roofing, a roof for, let's say, a 20 square meter space, could be about 20,000 cedis again. That's a loan of taking 40,000. If you not come to the edifice, if you not come to the finishing and everything, and the most expensive part about a building is the finishing. By the time you finish something like that, it has gone in excess of 90,000. So actually, that 90,000 you mentioned, it could even be a discounted price. And then you have to factor in the cost of the land itself, and that is why places like, let's say, Cantonment, East Legon, etc., the cost of, let's say, rent there is very high, because the land alone, before you even start, just buying the land alone, it's extremely expensive. And then we come to, let's say, the normal economics, I mean, model, demand and supply. There are fewer houses than those willing to rent. So, and that is also why, let's say, something like the 6 months advance thing does not work, because you see, for a landowner or someone renting the space, it's not a first come, first serve approach. Landowners, I mean, developers have the right to turn anybody away. Do you get it? So it's more like an auction. So let's say, even if I've priced my place at $1,000 or for $1,000 cedis, right? Let's say I've priced the place at 1,000 cedis, right? And then that was even initially what I wanted to rent the space out for. I have 10 people coming. This person, all of them want to give me, let's say, 6 months rent advance, and one person comes and says, "Oh, I'll pay 2 years advance."
You'd rather take that.
But that's not the case, because, like I mentioned, it got to a point, which you even know about, it got to a point when I moved away from where I was staying initially to another place, and I was looking for a place to stay. It was more like, okay, minimum, please pay a year or 2. There was no 6 months option. Especially, the only 6 months option I got was in areas such as Cantonment and areas like that, because that you have to pay in dollars. So if you pay in dollars, that means that, okay, most of the people living there are expats. So you can then pay 6 months, or some of them actually did tell me that you could pay monthly, but it will be in dollars, not in Ghana cedis. Okay, so at the end of the day, when it comes to, you know, just the normal average Ghanaian, at this point, I wouldn't even consider myself as a normal average Ghanaian, because where I stay, I don't think the normal average Ghanaian can even afford it. So I want to even bring it lower down to the majority of the people, or the majority of the population, who are probably earning what, from 500 to 800 or 900 Ghana cedis a month. When it comes to them, how can landlords help them to also find housing? Because yes, we are taking into consideration the amount of time, the amount of money invested into building a property. But then again, if you're as a real estate owner, if the majority of the people cannot afford your housing, and just a small amount can afford it, wouldn't your space just be there wasting?
That's the funny thing. Aside luxury, that's what I'm saying, that demand. Do you get it? Aside luxury apartments, you would hardly ever go to, let's say, a regular apartment or building and it's empty. Like, most of the time, if you are looking for a space, even you have to wait for the person there to move out before you can have access to it. So, like, again, like,
so you guys are taking advantage of that situation?
Not taking advantage per se, but I mean, at the end of the day, we are not government, we are private people. Do you get it? If I have the option that, and for instance, myself like this, I wouldn't even say let's say the term that I want. Do you get it? I normally wait for offers. Do you get it? So let's say I mean, there are some units that someone can say they want for, like, we have furnished units and unfurnished units, right? There are some units that someone will say that they want for 2 months, 3 months. Cool. If over a period no one else is coming to look at it, you can say, okay, cool. You give it to the person because you are sure that in 3 months someone else will come in anyway, so you can take that. Do you get it? So if I have a place that everybody that comes is offering 1 year, 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, after a point, when anybody comes, you quote that for the person. You get it, and people are, and again, because of the demand, people are always willing to pay that. So why not?
So David, again, what I really would like to know what goes into pricing, and I ask this because also last year when I was looking for a place, I realized that it is very funny. I understand why a place like East Legon, Jengano will be charging me $1,200 for maybe a 2-bedroom apartment or 1-bedroom apartment, but you go to an area like Hacho, Pillar 2, and they're charging almost the same amount. You go to an area like La Paz, and the same building is charging the same amount. I can understand, again, like I said, I can understand why East Legon will be doing that, because it's East Legon. You understand? But a place like La Paz, a place like, not to demean the area, is charging almost the same amount. So I'm wondering, what are these people putting into, because what are they taking into consideration to, you know, give us these prices? What goes into it as a real estate owner? As a
the first and foremost, the pricing would be determined by the cost of putting up the structure, and I mean, so the land cost, the structural cost, and everything. Then, I mean, most people, or for myself anyway, you put down, let's say, some maintenance, the cost of maintenance. If should something go wrong, how much it would cost to fix it, and then you calculate maybe your wear and tear, etc., etc., etc. So basically, the cost of the building, and you spread it across a number of years that you are looking to recoup your money. And that is, I think, the part that a lot of people falter in, because real estate, honestly, is a long-term thing. You do not expect to recoup your money in 5 years or 6 years. You get it. So for someone like me, I would, let's say, spread it over 20 years, and then you look at, let's say, the area and what other build, and that is also another problem though, because you can look, let's say someone else will come, especially in East Legon, you get it, someone will put up a building, right, and it's going for, let's say, 5,000 cedis for the apartments, do you get it? I'll put a month. I'll put up a better building, and even though per my calculations and everything, I can charge, let's say, 2,000 cedis. But there are 4 other buildings in my area that are going for 5,000 cedis, and it's full. So even though I can charge 2,000 cedis, why would I charge 2,000 cedis?
And that is why we'll talk about the law and regulations. We'll talk about the law and regulations when we return from this Vox that we did, asking Ghanaians out there how affordable it was for them, you know, acquiring a space or renting a space. We'll be back.
I would say it's very difficult. Yes, because there's no any structure laid down that you pass through that you get rents. Normally we use these agents. Sometimes you pay them, they'll tell you this. Sometimes they'll take you to some place. That's not your expectation. So I think it's very difficult. But with the landlord, you see, most of the house structures are like wood, but they are still charging high. So I think the landlord have to do something about it. I think the government have to, you see, I believe our country, there is no long-term plan for the country. Normally, they are using only manifesto to rule our nation. So I believe the stakeholders have to come together and they have to get a long plan, maybe 10 years. So I believe with that one day it will help. So when those people sit down, they can do something about the rent control.
Well, there were some difficulties, like, let's take it, I wanted a year advance, but due to the landlord or the owners, you have to pay for 2 years because of it's for, let's take it, you needed it for a year, but that's what you also want, so you need to comply then. You would like for 2 years, 3 years, that would be his option.
It was very difficult. I remember we had to roam around the whole of Medina, and we had to meet with certain agents who only spent our monies and didn't get us good places as well. So it was when we had lost hope that we got a place to rent.
In most houses, you have to pay an advance, maybe 2 years or 3 years advance. So some people don't have that sum of money, so they have to find their own means of sources before they can be able to make the payment of their apartment or their houses here. I think the government should see to it, and maybe you pay monthly or for 6 months here.
So those were the views of some tenants out there describing how the process was for them in acquiring a space to rent. But in studio we have David Opong Amwafu, who is a real estate owner and director at Agate Construction, as well as Frederick Opoku, who is secretary of the National Tenants Union of Ghana. And whilst that vox was playing, we were having a very interesting conversation in the studio, and we want to talk about laws and regulations. Edma was talking about agents, but first let me ask you, Mr. Opoku, what the law says. Really, you were talking about Act 2 regarding
I
rent?
think the law that regulates tenancy and housing in Ghana, whether real estate or whatever, is about housing, is the Rent Act of 1963, Act 220. And that mandates the Rent Control Department of Ghana to be responsible and to check or have oversight, responsibility over all those who are into brokerage or rentals or whatever you. And then this law, even Section 2, what we are alarmed as speaking for tenants, has to do with Section 25, subsection 5 of the law, that states that it is illegal, it is offensive, it is punishable by imprisonment if somebody rents exceeding 6 months.
That is laughable.
Wow.
And
that is laughable. And you say this is law?
No, of course. Even that's unfortunate. It's law until it's repealed. That's the law of the Republic of Ghana. We have asked that it must be amended. It must be reviewed. 10 years down the lane, they seem not to even listen to anybody. Because housing is not a priority to any government. It's a failure, and they should be ashamed. From the president to whoever, from 1992, let's say, this political dispensation 1992, they have all failed woefully in terms of even just reviewing the law. For tenants to even have relief, they say no. You cannot build, you cannot intervene. The common law, if it's about taxing people, you take 30 days to go to parliament and review, and you pass, and go and do your stealing here and there. Okay? Sorry, but of course, maybe let me choose my well.
Choose carefully, please. Yeah.
Of course, because I would say so, because there are some crazy laws that they want to pass quickly, just to amass wealth for themselves. Let me use that word.
Allegedly, right?
Allegedly, maybe allegedly. Allegedly. Amass wealth for themselves. And when it comes to issues of human beings, their own people, the citizenry, this government, this president, come and gone, are highly irresponsible. Very, very responsible presidents. Now, I take an example. Egypt. 4 years ago, their president has built 1 million housing units. He came the time with President Akufo-Addo. The same people, these two people. But and 1 million housing, that's a priority. It's an agenda. My people have to get a place to sleep. The government do not see housing as a priority. Even the law, Section 25, Section 5 say that it is illegal. Why don't you resolve rent control? Do you know what? Unfortunately, the Rent Control Department of Ghana, if that government is serious, I'm not talking about MPP government, but the two governments, both NDC and MPP, since 1992, they are ruling us. They are governing. So it applies to them that they have not seen that rent control needs to be resourced. One, no.
That's one of the complaints they've been making
over
the years.
Yes, you cannot build. You cannot regulate the system, whatever. But resourcing the agency mandated by law, that one to say we can't do. So what kind of human beings and politicians do we have in this country?
Gosh.
I'm not very frank. No, sometimes I'm speaking for about 50 million people.
Yeah.
As I sit here, you see me as Frederick Opoku, but I'm speaking for 15 and over million Ghanaians. And I've sent a signal that if we want to go out, this government and upon government will be a laughing stock. But unfortunately, if you make an attempt, they will interpret it's politics. Just to calm you down. But trust me,
have you ever protested?
I've been dealing with, I've written a letter, a form petition to the minister, Asenso Boakye. Asenso Boakye is one minister I think is somehow good, wanting to open doors for people like us to meet him for the first time. And we laid all the issues of the country and the tenants to this man. I met Vice President Baumia, September 2020, before the elections. They promised heaven and earth. Oh, Fred, when we come, we are going to build new houses. 1 year gone, almost. But we are marking them. But my point is the laws. they should rather review. It's part of their manifesto. MPP manifesto 2020 said it, that we review the Rent Act. But I know they have 3 years to go. They've in the law, they are not even started even meetings.
I'll try. We've tried to stay away from the politics part of the whole thing, but
yes.
I'm coming. I just want to say something.
You cannot.
Of course, we can't do away with the politics.
You cannot.
Part of it.
Yes, I mean, it's part of
you politics. Why would you come and do me or Opoku to come and do it?
Yeah.
What president is always sitting down there?
Yeah.
My challenge is that even you're talking about even reviewing, but the current laws that we have, like you said, are not being regulated. We are not, like you said, landlords are charging more than 6 months.
It is because it is not. If you look at the system now, let me be very frank. The way the law was crafted, it needs to be amended. It needs to be reviewed. The time 1963, Kwame Nkrumah's time, when this law came into being, the population and the size of the population of this country is far.
Absolutely.
That was about 5 million, 3 million.
Yes. Absolutely.
We're talking about 40 million, 45 million. So and the same law
is what
of 3 million is applying
to us.
So it means that there will be a conflict.
Yes, of course.
And that is why you say people like Asesubashi have
He has opened up. He has opened up. But I'm hoping he's my best minister. He's my best minister anyway. That Asesubashi is doing very well. But I'm hoping and praying that he continues with that.
Let's talk about agents.
Yes,
I think we're going to talk about agents. Yes.
So now, David, let's move on to agents in terms of how they charge the tenants. I know for a fact that when I was looking for a place, I had about 2 agents just so that they'll give me different options and I'll have different perspective of whatever area it is, because I've just been in Ghana for 2 years and I didn't know the housing and renting system here in Ghana. So in terms of the agents, you go and view a house, they'll charge you per viewing because you've literally asked them to move from wherever they are to come and view the place. Fair enough. And now after you've acquired the place, they ask you to pay 10% of whatever exactly. But then, per my understanding, you can also the landlord is the one who acquires these agents to find somebody to occupy their places. So, isn't the landlord supposed to pay the agent, or is it the tenant who's supposed to pay the agent?
With that, right? I mean, over the years, it's been transformed because again, demand and supply. So now, whenever there's a new building, the landlords do not need to go and look for agents. The agents will come to them. And that is what has caused the shifts of payment. And again, per law, like we mentioned earlier, agents are only supposed to charge 5%.
Not 10%.
Not 10%, 5% of 1 year's rent. And that was supposed to go to the landlord. So maybe that's where something like reviewing the laws come in, because there's no, let's say, provision for agents charging renters. There's no provision for that. There's no law that says they should charge renters or they shouldn't charge renters. Do you get it? And now, because for the landlord, from the landlord's point of view, I didn't ask you to come. Do you get it? You went to look for clients. And at the same time, because it's not like for one structure, you can have 5 different agents working on it. And again, it's not a first come, first serve thing. It's whoever the landlords decide to give their place to. Do you get it? So then I'm not obliged to pay, let's say you're an agent, right? I'm not obliged to pay you any commission for it, because from my point of view, I'm doing you a service by providing you business. Because if you come and say that, okay, I should pay 5% of I should pay you 5% of my rent as your commission, I could just as easily pick another agent's clients, or people also work in themselves. So I could just as easily pick anybody else that I want.
So when it comes to regulations in this area, it's really difficult. And let's even talk about prosecution. How do we begin to prosecute people who go against the law? Reviewed or not, these are the laws we have. So talk about prosecution, basically, for me, Dr. Opoku. Dr. Opoku, Frederick Opoku.
You see, it's unfortunate that I think it shouldn't, if rent control, the only way we can have peace is maybe resourcing and giving more powers in a way, by resourcing the rent control to be active. By resourcing them to be active. Even they are still using typewriters. They don't have vehicles.
I wanted to ask where the office is actually.
At Tama
Station, right?
They don't have anything. That's why we are asking them and pleading. Like if at least tenant will have a relief. Assuming if I have an issue with my landlord and I go to Rent Control Department of Ghana, because they don't have vehicles, me poor man sitting here have to pay for taxi, right? The cost. Before you go and come, if it's going to be there 1 month, who pays for it?
So we don't have sub-offices for rent control where you know that maybe in Accra, this is where rent control is. Maybe in Tema, there's a rent control.
Oh, they have.
Okay.
They have. Out of the 260 districts or what have you, they have 52
rent control offices.
Districts. But they claim that's where the populated areas where there will be some kind of litigations. That's where they want to establish.
Right.
But the point is that rent control, if they will be able to resolve issues to a logical conclusion, they need to be resourced. And if they are resourced, it will reduce the tension that comes between them. Because, like, I don't know, even in any case, do you know that before landlord, you rent anything out, the landlord, you have to go to rent control. For rent control to come to your place and assess how much you have to pay.
Really?
Yeah, that's the law. Yes.
Is that what happens with the real estate? Is that what happens with the real estate?
The real estate
about small houses.
They are not different from any. I'm coming to say, Doc. The real estate are not, if you say housing and renting, whether you have billions or whoever you are under the same law.
Right.
And the law says you cannot do A, B, or C. It applies to OBR.
Well, there are a few WhatsApp comments coming in, but let me quickly just take them before you finish that. We finish the conversation. So, good morning. I humbly urge you to never stop this motivation program thing. Seriously, it's my best morning show ever. God bless you with a positive spirit you continuously inject in our DNA every morning. By Salmi from Takwa. Okay. This person said, "Hey there, my name is Saibu Aminu. I am watching you from Tamale. I love your morning motivation tips, keep it going." Okay. This person says, "I love your topic so much." This person says, "Good morning, thank you very much, Mr. Frederick Opoku, for the truth he is speaking. I honestly love this man." Okay. And then this person also says, okay, so okay, so I'll read that one. I'll take that one later and continue with the show. So this lady is, please, I am renting a single room. My landlady wants to bring in a new pipeline and she's demanding for a fee of 100 Ghana cedis from me. I asked her if it will be deducted from my rent. She said no and she went crazy. Meanwhile, I did pay 1 year earlier, but to no avail. She now wants me, and she wants to send me packing. Japan Wenchi from Bono. Okay,
right.
so these
that will be the last question.
Yeah, these are some of the comments coming in from WhatsApp. But that will be all for Lifestyle Daily today. We had a very interesting and extensive conversation on affording housing in Ghana, and we had it in studio Mr. Frederick Opoku and Dr. David Opon Amwafo. Thank you very much for coming on the AM show and discussing this with us. We'll be back very shortly with today's hashtag Fashion Wednesday. Stay with us.
Shut up and bend over, and let your backer do the talking over. So back up, back up.
You guys are doing beyond what a regular would do, and I'm attracted more to that. I like people who want to do something different, not the usual TV.
What's up, guys? Your boy Kiddy, aka the Golden Boy, aka Sugar Daddy. Catch me on MX24.
It is fun, it is fearless, it is factual.
Hey, Jack, information will you.
Go and dance at Dwarf.
Say, you create need in Abontia, teachers now. Made them a qua, made them a cassette. Say, you create.
President. Hi. Why?
My name is Kuju Sheldon, and the head is big for a reason.
Hello guys and welcome to Home Fit. Home Fit is a fitness show designed to take care of all your fitness needs. I'm your trainer Brad and I will be taking you through a series of workouts. After a great workout, let's talk nutrition.
Go on, my people. Welcome to Escape.
A boy's body count and a girl's body count matter differently.
Wow, ladies. Probably an experience, something that happened.
Is it a deal breaker in a relationship?
No.
The Escape, and this show focuses on topics that are hot on the lips of our young people and presents it in an open, honest conversation.
Oh, look at him, he's crying, he's such a girl.
In other words, there are no liars on our show.
The man is the head of the home. The man is, quote-unquote, the breadwinner.
We come here with the truth.
We talk of something being toxic, something which is harmful or unpleasant.
Stay glued to the television for the hottest show on TV.
Do you know the top 10 music trends? Have you seen the new music videos everyone is talking about? Do you know how your favorite artist makes their music? I'm moving, but they be bluffing and puffing and they be screaming and yapping, some even feeling and bragging. First thing is, I'm patient. That talented upcoming artist in your area needs the spotlight. Let them be our unsung star. Do you have any questions about music? I'm Jason LA, and I'm a music plug on MX Chart right here on MX24.
And you're still watching, welcome back first of all, and hello, you're still watching Fashion Wednesday. This is the AM Club Live on MX24, and today's hashtag is Fashion Wednesday, and today we have...
The therapist.
The therapist in studio. I am so excited to have you here.
Myself.
So what are you going to show us today on Fashion Wednesday?
Okay, so we'll try and...
By the way, before you start, let me just tell you that you're looking absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
I love everything, the jewelry, the glasses, the hat, everything, the cleavage.
Hey.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so what are you going to be doing?
We'll try and then
today?
create costume on sets.
Okay.
And then try to do some small things that people know me for. Yeah,
Okay.
so more Afrocentric stuff.
Okay, no problem, that's fine. So, what do we start with?
Okay, so let's try and create the costume,
Mhm.
and then we'll try and do other things. Let me just educate you.
So what do we have here? Let's firstly talk about what we have on the table before we now put on our lovely model here.
Okay.
So what do you have on the table?
So these are just fabrics,
Mhm.
normal fabrics.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll try and then create the costume out of that. These are just hand bangles.
Okay.
And then accessories.
So this is
and then
a head.
crown.
Ooh,
Yes,
I like this. Okay,
And
so
these
what are we
just
going to start with? Her makeup is already done, which is beautiful.
Thank you.
Did you do that?
Yes, I just
You did the makeup herself. That's amazing. She looks absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
So, okay, so what do you start with?
Okay, so let's try and create the base,
Mhm.
the costume. So let me just pick
But
a color that will
okay,
suit her.
so you do it, but this look, where can you take this look to? Or is this just like something that you're putting together quickly, or you can take it to a specific occasion or a place?
Okay, that's more like for fashion shows,
Okay.
runways,
Okay.
Photo shoots.
Okay.
Yeah, anything that is
Editorials
yes,
and things like
editorial,
that.
things
Okay.
like that.
So,
okay,
take
so
us
let's
away.
try and take a costume. This fabric, we have different fabrics, and I
Okay.
think all suit her color. So let's just
Okay.
take anyone and then work with it.
Okay.
Let me just use this. Okay, so this is just you can just get it.
Okay.
Let's just adjust
So
this.
do you want to stand somewhere we can all see, or this is okay?
I think this is fine.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just try and create the base. And then,
So this is the base?
yes.
Okay.
And the buttons. Okay. I didn't want to do this before, so.
Okay, no
let's just do it
problem.
and say, okay.
Okay,
And then you
so
pull
this
it
is
out.
the base. Okay.
Go in.
Okay.
Can you tie that?
And how long have you been doing this for? In terms
almost
of
like,
being in a fashion industry.
almost like 8 years.
8 years.
Yes, almost like 8
That's
years.
fantastic. And how has it been for you? So if it hasn't been.
It's been rough and smooth, but I can't complain. I'm so grateful for how far I've come.
Okay.
Yes, I just like it.
Okay. So it's a passion for you. That's why you decided to venture into it.
Yeah.
So the corset is going on now. Okay, do you want me to help you? Okay.
Okay, I think you can assist me now.
Oh, okay.
Can you just put it there? Okay.
Okay, so bring it together.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
Let me listen to the bucket there. Let me do it.
Okay. Wow, the technicalities, gosh.
Okay, and then check that.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Yes.
Yes?
So let's just show.
Oh, okay. Great. I'm loving how it's looking already. Okay. So how long does it take you for you to put a look together, or for you to create a look for a fashion show, or for you to design anything for your runways?
Mostly like, let's say an hour.
Wow.
Or less.
Wow.
Yes. But there are times that you fix the fabric already, so you just have to put it on and then you're gone. There's nothing to do more. Okay, let me just improvise.
Okay.
those are just hand accessories. Let's just
Wow.
join them.
So where do you get these accessories from?
So
Because they look very, very editorial, very runway, not something that you find at your usual jewelry place. So
these are things that make me unique because you hardly get it.
Yes, these are so unique.
Very comfortable.
Okay. I love this. This is something you see from like a Bollywood movie, and you know when they're dancing and everything. This is absolutely amazing. I love it.
Thank you. Okay.
Now, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for. The makeup, by the way, is amazing. Very, very nice. So you're very versatile. Did you actually learn how to do all of that? Hair, makeup, outfit, because it comes with it, or just because you're just talented?
It started with passion. I think it's a family thing. It started with the hair.
Okay.
And then I advanced to the makeup.
Okay.
And then I started doing fashion and the styling.
Okay.
I think all goes together. So
yeah, exactly. So you're all in one man kind of person.
You can say that. You just have to be creative.
Yeah, because I can definitely see the creativity right now.
Thank you. This is what you can do in less than 30 minutes and you're good. Let me just warm this skin a little.
Wow.
Right. Let's just do that.
Yeah, you can just like play behind. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Please stand up for me and show them what you've just made. Okay, so this is absolutely fantastic. I love it.
Nice.
Okay, so please do come in front here so everybody can see. Okay, so come right here in front. Yes. Wow. Wow. Let me just fit this right here.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
This is absolutely amazing. Okay, so just quickly take us through the whole look.
Okay, this is more like a queen look.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The crown, as you can see, is a bit vibrant and then solid, the neck piece,
Mhm.
and then the earring also making statement. So you realize that every part of the body has a statement and then
Yes.
it's bold.
Yes.
So from costume, from neck, ear, and then head, even the hands, they are making statements.
Wow. Would anybody wear this, as in for maybe an award show, even a
It
wedding?
can pass. It can pass,
Yes,
but
it
then
can pass.
with weddings, maybe you can just take
Because
the
I know
hand.
this material, I think it's the
velvet.
Edos in
Edo,
Nigeria. They use this material for their
To sew.
traditional weddings. Yeah,
That's right,
And
that's right.
it's reminding me of that. And I feel
That's
like
right.
even though it's very extravagant and very extreme, I think it still has a pass when it comes to going
This pass
on
for
a
my
red.
wedding, actually.
Oh,
Yes,
okay, okay. I think it has a pass when it comes to going on a red carpet and all of
Solid,
that. It
solid,
definitely has a
solid,
pass.
solid,
Just
solid,
hit it
solid,
up with
solid,
some
solid,
heels and boom, that's it.
You're
You got
gone.
it. You
Nice.
got it. Well, the therapist himself, and now you know why he's called a therapist, because from makeup to hair to outfit styling, everything, he did that all by himself. That is absolutely amazing. So now let's just take a quick look at all the stylists that he's, or all the people that he styled over the past few years. Let's have a look. Do you know what? Hold on. What did I just watch? Listen, when I'm getting married, you're booked.
Yeah.
Okay? You're booked. The day I decide to get married, the day somebody decides to propose to me, okay? You're booked. That was absolutely amazing. The hair. The hair was so good. I love it. So, where did you learn how to do all of this?
I feel it's a family thing, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
My mother is a hairstylist, and then I think all my siblings. It just happened that I added the fashion side
of it, which goes hand in hand, really and
You
truly.
understand? Yeah, so it's more like that, and then the passion is still there. So.
That's amazing. You've been doing this for 8 years now. Well, there you have it. There you have it. But we have some WhatsApp messages coming in, and this person said, the therapist is great. I love this man. Well, I'm sure he loves it too. And this person also said, MX24, the best TV station ever. I really love your program. Fun, fearless, and factual by Bright Deluxe. Namso Amefi. Hey. Okay. Well, thank you very much for sending your thoughts and comments. But that will be it for Fashion Wednesday. Today's hashtag The Therapist. Thank you very much for coming in and showing us how creative minds, or how creative you are in terms of putting and styling somebody within what, like 10 minutes? Yeah, that was like 10 minutes. Yeah, so well done. That was absolutely amazing, and I love your work. Like I said, you're already booked. So in 2020,
I'm waiting.
You know,
I'm just waiting.
2025 or so.
Let it be fast.
You'll be there. But when somebody wants to reach you or contact you, where do they find you?
Okay, so I can put my number on. Can I put my number or?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so 0248-163-963, 0248-163-963, and all social media handles. The therapist DA, and that's DA_THERAPIZT. So any one you mention, you get me.
Okay, that's fantastic. So you also have styled some artists as well. So we're going to take a look at that, and that will be all for Fashion Wednesday on the AM Club. But we are coming back with the plug. Stay with us. You do not want to miss this one. We have a legend coming in studio. Stay with us.
shut up and bend over, eh? And let your backer do the talking over. So back up, back up.
You guys are doing beyond what a regular would do, and I'm attracted more to that. I like people who want to do something different, you know, not the usual TV.
What's up, guys? Your boy Kiddy, aka the Golden Boy, aka Sugar Daddy. Catch me on MX24.
It is fun, it is fearless, it is factual.
Opinions are like onions. Everybody has one.
Abortion is a no-no. As a human being, you must take responsibility for all your actions and inactions. Your misjudgment shouldn't be enough grounds to take a life.
No. I disagree with you because look, if you do not legalize it, people will go to quack doctors anyway who might end up not just kill the baby but the mother as well.
Why should I waste my time join a long queue under the hot sun to vote for a political party, knowing very well that nothing would be achieved at the end of the day?
Something will be achieved. It's your civic responsibility to turn out to vote. Vote and vote for a good leader.
Governments need to cater to every graduate, diversify the economy, invest in other sectors.
But the government cannot do it all. That is why we need the youth to take up the mantle and set up their own businesses. That is how we will create economic viability.
Here on Opposing Views, we take your views, my views, and the views of the experts and put them in the right context for you, our discerning viewers.
We are not even shy about it. We are starstruck right now because we have the legend Rocky Dawuni in the studio joining us on the plug. Now, Rocky Dawuni is known for his iconic Afro roots sound, which is a mixture of reggae, high life, soul, and Afrobeat, as you heard over there. Internationally recognized, we bring you Rocky Dawuni. Oh my goodness!
The AM
Club. Thank you very much.
But you know what? Yeah. I'm not even going to get into the whole conversation yet. You are officially a club member of the AM Club. You're a member. We don't even need to get into the details. You're just a club member just by looking at your club.
I will, gladly be a member.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's talk about this music video playing over there. Beautiful people.
Yes.
Amazing sound.
Amazing sound. It's on the new EP, Voice of Boom Boom Volume 1. And it was, a record that I did I put an EP just in between albums, just to really celebrate and honor, the sounds that and the places that made me.
Right.
Because you can't go forward without understanding your roots and your past. So, and I want people to also appreciate where they come, because we all come from some incredible, cool rural area, but we come to the cities and we become part of the city, and to some extent we reject these. I wouldn't say reject, ignore. Some of these foundational places, but that's what we need right now. We need these places and to connect with our people and let them know that we are all part of the progress moving forward.
Speaking of memories, what are your fondest memories of Boom? You're telling me about Boom Bong, which is close to Yendi?
In
the northern region.
Yeah, my older brother is the chief there, so my family has always been the royal home there, and growing up, the thing is that I was born in Michelle Camp in Tema, so my father was also the last born, so his older brothers were chiefs and all of this. So my father, during holidays, he will send us to the village to go there and connect with our people and be there and learn the language, the food and all. So it was always part of us. It never, so we were here, but every time we were spending a lot of time there. And then as we grew up.
And that's something that I would always recommend any parent to do, especially if you have children that are born abroad. For example, me, since I was 3 years old, I've been coming to Ghana every single summer holiday because my mom wanted us to know our culture, where we come from. So that
because it can be alienating. The world is a big place. So once you lose your roots, it's hard to kind of reconnect with it.
Absolutely.
So what language do they speak there?
They speak Kwamba. So it's part of the Konkomba tribe, but within the Konkomba tribe you have different dialects and stuff. So that's a Kwamba area. So my family and everybody, I am kind of a Chi. I grew up speaking a lot of Chi in Koforidua and also Michelle Camp and all of that, And I speak some Hausa too, so.
So you don't speak the Komba?
The Komba, I wouldn't stand here and say that I'm very proficient in it, but I speak, when I'm there, I speak functional. When I'm still working on getting as good as my older brother.
I was going to put you on the spot and say, how do you say, I love the AM? I love the AM.
I knew I could read your mind that you were just about to go there, so that's why I had to go there to give you, before you put me on the spot.
You've been in the musical industry for a very long time. I mean, that's why I'm starstruck and I'm like, legend. But then when it comes to how the musical industry in Ghana here has changed over the years, how do you see it? Would you say it has changed into a positive industry, or we've had setbacks?
In every situation, you can always have the perfect, ideal situation, but our industry we never had the, the opportunity of, labels to be a foundational part of the industry. Unlike other places like a lot of French-speaking countries and also Nigeria, who had even all the individual efforts of certain individuals. You have to have the finance, you have to imagine the structure, so it's very hard to compete when you don't have the tools to really play on that level. So some of us, what we had to do was literally forge ahead and travel to go find these doors and keys, but that has changed with the internet. So with the internet, there's some level of evening playing field which has allowed Ghanaian music to also have prominence around the world and all of that. But I feel that we still need infusion of investment. And when I talk about investment, I don't mean investment in terms of going to some artists and then putting some money and all of that, but building the right structures, like making sure that when artists' music play on air and all of that kind of stuff, there's a good royalty system that makes sure that artists are taken care of, your music is taken care of. When artists are, the legal framework for when artists need to have their music is being licensed or engaging with other, organizations, royalty or, intellectual rights organizations outside. There's like a seamless integration so that we can make the best out of it in terms of every art. I think think that if we're able to add all of those to the progression that we're having right now, then we are bound for success.
I mean, Rocky, you are full of wisdom when it
I
comes
know,
to
right?
the
I
music
know.
industry, and that's why you're a legend. And I think anytime you mention Rocky Dawuni, what I will remember as a child is born in Africa, in Ghana. That's what I remember so well.
Yes.
Let me take you back a little bit to Michelle Camp, where you grew up and how you fell in love, where you first fell in love with reggae music, when you had a band playing. Now, comparing that sound, back then when you fell in love with reggae to the reggae you listen to now from the likes of Stone Boy and the rest. What do you think?
Well, music is not, music does not happen in a vacuum. Music is always a reflection of the generation's perspective, sound, and what really makes the generation, what inspires them, and I feel that reggae music has had that evolution because we went, the system of production also changed. So that's also what has changed the music. Because back in the days, you didn't have, music was not programmable. So you had live bands that had to create the music. And then with the advent of the ability to sample and all of that, you could use that to create beats. So you did not have to go to a studio where you needed so much investment just even to record something. Somebody can have like Fruity Loops and have like some pre-made beats and then make a beat. And then, so that's how hip hop also had supremacy because all these kids who were living in the ghetto who couldn't afford the big studios unless you're signed could now make music from their thing and then put a voice on it and then it sounds, so the beat aspect of music assumed prominence. So every style had to adjust itself to the new ways of production. So that's what dancehall came in. Dancehall came more with a very hard, because it was beat driven. So once it's beat driven, you have the song, by the same time the beat becomes prominent, and then it also started working with it, with the clubs. Because club, you needed something underneath. After you've had a few drinks and you are dazed, you need something that can punch deep into it. So it resonated, and youthful energy is about current stuff, and I think that the music that is happening, with, Stone Boy, Shatawale, Samini, Episode, all these incredible, amazing artists that are coming out of this country right now. And even, when you listen to my sounds too, it's also gone through that evolution in terms of the sound, because I'm using current modes of it. So it all complements each other, and I feel that it's a reflection of the times in which we live in, and we have to embrace it all as a way forward.
Okay, so you have a new song called Wara on the EP. So let's quickly have a look at that, and we'll be back shortly.
Yes.
In the background, this is by Rocky Dawuni, titled Wara. I was just telling you that it's different. The sound is like our highlight.
And the infusion of everything, into it.
The guitar and everything.
Yeah.
Rocky, this is beautiful.
Yes, you know, it's all about, you know, this is going to the roots of our sound, you know, high life music, but then even going a step deeper into high life, which is the palm wine high life, which was, you know, people like Konimu were the ones who, you know, these are all relevant aspects of our music, and we need to integrate it as our cultural, you know, sound in what we are doing, because we can't, just because somebody takes some other form of our music and make it popular, then we start all following it, and everybody following and do the same one-way thing, you know. Africa is full of so many myriads of sounds, so we have to be confident enough to constantly innovate.
Okay, so if anybody wants to listen or contact you as a person, what platform do they go to?
Oh, for this video, people should just go online, and Wara is out right now, so just go listen and share, and let's increase the numbers, because this is a song that I'm using to also shed light on our culture. And at the same time too, you know, you can always find me, you know, anywhere online, social media, you know, from Instagram to Facebook, Rocky Dawuni, one word. Just go in there, find me, and keep up to date on what's going on.
Fantastic, and there you have it, the plug with our very own legend, Rocky Dawuni. So now, when it comes to September Rush, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? What do we have?
So we have this product here, like we reminded you. September Rush is on. You can win this fantastic prizes, kind courtesy our sponsors, Compute Ghana and Cheesy Pizza. When you hear the buzzer, which I have a feeling is going to play
very soon
on the show.
There you have it. There you have it. Okay, Rocky, thank you very, very much.
Oh yeah. I'm here to play. When you bear me to get a china ebefa. I hope you don't. So I give them the best money, man. Money, highly respected. If you know also them go kill you, shy. If you
Okay, so I think we have a caller, right? Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning. My name is Bernard from La Paz.
Sorry, your name is?
Bernard from La Paz.
Okay, Bernard. So you have to answer 3 questions before you can win any of these gadgets and a voucher from Cheesy Pizza, okay? So first question is, who did we just interview on the AM Club?
Rocky Dawuni.
Wonderful, wonderful. First question correct. Second question, tomorrow is Thursday. What is our hashtag for Thursday?
Throwback Thursday.
Very easy.
Okay, and then last question.
Make it easy for you.
Okay, so what did we talk about today on Lifestyle Daily?
There you go.
It's about housing affordability.
Oh, there you go, Bernard.
There you have it, Bernard. You've won yourself a gadget from Comfy Ghana and a voucher from Cheesy Pizza. But what do you want? We have
Bernard,
a
we have a smartwatch. There's the portable Bluetooth speaker, and there's this heavy-duty power bank, which my brother I will recommend in the name of Jesus.
Power bank.
You want the power bank, yeah?
You don't want the smartwatch. Okay, no. Bernard, it's okay. No problem. Take your power bank.
Thank you.
All right, so Bernard, congratulations to you. And that is Bernard. Hold on and speak to our producer offline. Edma.
That's it. Fashion Wednesday.
Fashion
Lifestyle Daily, Coffee Daily. The Plug. Amazing show. Thank you so much for sticking with us and watching the AM Club live on MX24. My name is Edma Ohimalawa. You can find me on all my social media platforms at Edmalawa, EDMALAWER.
Before I tell you my social media handles, let's thank our guests. Lifestyle Daily, we had Frederick and David coming on discussing affordability of housing in Ghana. Also on Fashion Wednesday, we had the therapist doing that beautiful styling of the model over there.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, we had the very legend Rocky Dawouni on the Plug. We'll be back tomorrow with Throwback Thursday. You don't want to miss out. Do visit our social media handles to find out who we'll be talking to tomorrow on the show. But my name is Godwin Namboh, at Godwin Namboh on all social media handles.
Okay, so that's it for today, I guess.
We're going home.
So yeah, we're going. No, we're not going home yet.
Where are we going? We shouldn't tell them.
Okay, guys, have a fantastic morning and day. Bye bye.